Hello, nightmares, and welcome back to another video. We're here. So, couple of things. One, I'm so grateful for every single one of you who has liked, commented, subscribed, participated in community polls, and given me direction. I'm so grateful. I literally am so over the moon for all of you. We are almost to 500 subscribers here on YouTube, and that's breaking my brain. When I started this channel, it was originally for like 3 of my friends who were like, oh, you have a great voice, you should do ASMR. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And here we are. I'm doing ASMR, and those 3 friends do watch my videos, and I'm very, very grateful. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. Second, filming schedules. I'm gonna be trying to adhere to a filming schedule as things pick up and there is more, people and, more content to make, I guess. It's a little overwhelming, I won't lie. I work a full-time job. I work 40 hours a week minimum. Sometimes my weeks I work 60, 70 hours, and they're long. And it's really hard to do that sometimes and make a video on my days off, because when my days off roll around, I am dead. I am a living dead girl, if you will. The traffic is kind of bad. Everybody's kind of rushing around because the snow just started. And people are trying to, gotta get the milk, gotta get the bread. Lo and behold, those are the 2 things you need when it snows, right? Milk and bread. Things you don't worry about any other time, but that's besides the point. So, on my off weeks where I'm not filming here and making videos for YouTube, I'm gonna be live over on my TikTok account. Same username minus the ASMR bit. Some of you have migrated from TikTok to here. Hello, hello. I love you all. And I am really grateful that we are almost at 11,000 followers on TikTok. Beyond me. It's beyond me. I'm mind boggled. About a month ago, I was at around 3,500, and I started just, going live to kind of work alongside, or kind of combat, I guess, my depression. Seasonal affective disorder is really hard for me, and depression gets in my bones when it gets cold outside. It's awful. I work from home, and I'm kind of a recluse, and so I thought if I used TikTok live to communicate with people, then it'd help me get out of my shell. It'd help me not be afraid, and it has. And so is making videos for you guys. And I'm really grateful and emotional, and I'm trying not to cry. This makeup took way too long. But we are almost at 11K on TikTok, and I'm really curious what we'll be at this time next year. Who knows? But enough of my rambling about all that. Community poll, I asked you guys what you'd like to see a video for this week, and I will admit I've tried to film this video 3 times. One, my cat completely knocked over my Funko Pops, and it was chaos. The second, I accidentally knocked over the camera trying to do a cut, and the third, the road grader came down my road, and it just sounded like staticky, gravelly hell. So, forgive me. I'm gonna try this again, and whatever happens, happens. So, bear with me. So today we got the Tarot of Vampyres by Ian Daniels. And forgive me, I haven't worn acrylics in a while. I used to have this really bad habit of like chewing my nails off because I'm a very anxious person. And I've been trying my hardest to grow out my natural nails and take good care of them. And, you know, use actual nail polish. They've always been kind of short because, you know, I never allowed them to grow. So we're giving ourselves healing this year. This is a year of healing. I feel it in my bones. Breaking old habits and healing. Healing. Breaking old habits and healing. So we're gonna pop this open. And here we got the inside cover with this beautiful rose and these thorns. And this is the book for the tarot. And he titled this book Phantasmagoria. 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 And now, I don't usually have a quarrel with tarot decks, especially ones of the gothic variety. Read the room. But, you know what? This is a novel. This literally feels like I'm holding like a D&D campaign book for a tarot deck, which isn't bad. I like that the guy really put work into it. But each card has a 2-page meaning, 2-page reading. That's insane. I'm kind of a lazy tarot reader, I guess. I like, you know, things to be kind of simple. Especially when I've tried to film a video 3 times. That's besides the point. So, I'm going to do a 3-card reading. 3 cards. Because these pages are very detailed and I am going to be reading from this book. So, these are the cards. And they got this beautiful rose and thorn on the back of them. So I have like average hands, I guess, but short fingers. So shuffling cards is really hard for me, especially when they're long. So I shuffle, just kind of pick up a stack and back and forth, you know. I'm kind of battling a cold, so I apologize if I sound a little stuffy. Okay, our first one. I'm doing a past, present, and future reading for you today. Our second one. Okay. And our third one. Put those back in their home. I tried to do some like corresponding makeup today. I wanted it to be inspired by like bats and spider webs to go with the vampire theme today. So for your past, you got the Lord of Skulls. Let's see if you can see that very well. Lord of Skulls. For your present, you got the Ace of Knives. This beautiful dagger. And for your future, you got the Three of Scepters. 3 of Scepters. So, because this book is so long-winded, there will be a few cuts of me getting to the page of each, you know, card. And good luck with that. We're gonna give it a shot. So, I'm going to make a here. We're back. Okay. The Lord of Skulls. The alchemy is a fiery aspect of Earth, so this is a fire sign card. Kindred Spirits, 7 of Scepters, 8 of Skulls, and the 9 of Skulls. So those are cards that get along together, per se. The essence: active and dynamic materialization, harvesting, work, security, structure, abundance, endurance, authority, stability, knowledge, wisdom, male fertility, strength, power, practical, and patient. Conservative, materialistic, provocative, toil, material development, earthly passions, generous and skilled. The Lord of Skulls is the vampire of harvests. He is the master of controlling and utilizing natural energies and resources. His potent powers of procreation bring structure and form into the world, allowing for the manifestation of reality. Spooky. Through hard work, he plows forward with his will, maintaining a stable and enduring force that results in great achievements, and he is willful and reliable and enterprising, finding opportunities everywhere, and he takes responsibility where others falter and is a solid rock for others, and he is never led astray by wishful thinking or empty ideologies, and he is competent, accomplished, and constructive, a master of many political skills, which he uses to reap material abundance and glory. His work gives him power, and he has tremendous endurance, making anything he puts his mind to a certain success. This teaches us that if we put in the effort, the harvest will reward us richly, and the Lord of Skulls is composed and deliberate in all of his actions. His prime concern is to work tirelessly at what he needs to be accomplished in order to reap the future harvest. The black stallion rears up with awesome power and strength, but is firmly grounded in the realm of the material, symbolized by the web of roots at the base of the image. The Lord is hooded, his face hidden, relating to the earthy nature of this card, which is unconcerned with appearances or intellectual musings and delicate feelings. His only concern is getting the job done to the best of his abilities, which implies that we must do away with emotions or daydreams and get back to work and get our hands dirty. Passive fantasizing should be replaced with practical action. The Lord of Skulls presents a skill as a trophy. A skull as a trophy, I'm sorry. This represents both the completion of the harvest and his ability to develop and manifest the world for his own needs. The skull can be seen on his own head, which he is detached to use as a totem to dispel any intellectual or emotional illusions. In the background, we see a field of growing wheat, which will soon be ripe for harvest. This card also relates to the vampire myth of harvesting the souls of the dead, which relates here to binding an ethereal spirit into material form so that it does not dissipate into nothingness. The Lord of Skulls also denote authority, government, and leadership. He is pragmatic, faithful, sober, and down to earth, and his earthly instincts give him an authoritative bond with the earth, allowing for a direct connection with nature. He is the fiery and positive aspect of nature, which instigates the process in which the everlasting is manifested here. On earth, On the level of consciousness, he personifies the vitality of earth energy that brings our unconscious spiritual thoughts into our everyday reality. The card can indicate financial or business matters, organization, task, or endeavors. It is also a card that relates to material wealth, physical healing, and practical care for the natural world. So what I gather is you started a journey of great healing and you've been putting the work in, and you're seeing the rewards, but you're also being realistic about your goals. You're not delusional about it. Your goal was practical. You made that goal. Good job. Your next card is the Ace of Knives, and this is your future situation. The alchemy of it is the origin of air signs. The essence of thought, the mind, the root of consciousness, mental activity, clear perception, divine inspiration, objectivity, truth, justice, differentiating, divine authority, determination, triumph, intellectual communication, leaving the clarity of the moment, living in the clarity of the moment, beauty and harmony, purity, health, protection from fear, and liberty. So I realize upon reading the second page that all I need is right there. The rest is just extra details. But this is a reading from me to you, not from the book to you, essentially. I like to use the book to see what interpretations are, but I like to read you. So, tying in with this, your card of action, your card of you made a goal, you did the thing, you put in the work. This right here, this is the thought behind that action. And you're still on a path you need to be on, a self-healing journey, shadow work, if you will. You're noticing patterns. You are putting it behind you. You're breaking cycles. You are the cycle breaker. And you're doing what you need to do to continue on this path of hard and dedicated work that is personal to you. Now the Three of Scepters, let's see what she has to say. I would have never minded reading the full pages, however my neighbors just got home and they have a baby and it's a little loud over there. I don't know how much you can hear, but I can hear them having a conversation from in here, so thin walls. Three of Scepters. The development of will, virtue, vision, and creativity, and new beginnings, new horizons, expansion and exploration, awakenings, radiance and vitality, integrity, honesty, honor, and hope, promises fulfilled, success and new ventures, self-assurance and confidence, and inner balance, trust and anticipation, good fortune, and self-control. In your future, you being the picture of discipline is paying off. So what you are doing in breaking your cycles and putting ends to generational curses is you're creating a safe future for your future self. And you're not only creating that for your future self, but for people who you encounter in the future. You're becoming the most healed version of yourself, and in doing so, you are being the healed person the people in your life need. And that is a hard place to be as a cycle breaker myself. So, I didn't, ever want to talk about my personal experiences with being a cycle breaker, but here we are. It's relevant. It is hard to realize things can't be the way they've always had to be. And it's hard to realize that even though things were hard for you growing up, or hard for you in the situation you were in, where you weren't happy and you were being subjected to someone else's careless cruelty, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. But what is your fault is if you continue to practice unhealed behaviors and inflict those on people in your life. It is horrible to bleed on people who did not cut you. And so that is why being a cycle breaker is important. We see the pattern. We know it's hard work. We know it's hard. But it's a hardness we must face to get to a better life where we are safe and happy, our inner child is fulfilled, and our future adult can be an adult and not an unhealed child. It is never a bad thing to go through hardship, but it is a bad thing to hurt people who didn't hurt you. That is my message for you today. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep going on your path and don't give up, even if it feels impossible, even if it feels like you are the only one walking your path. Just know, hundreds of others have walked the path of the cycle breaker before you, and thousands and millions will walk it after you. You're not alone. I hope you have a great day, a good night, a great week, and if you wish to join me over on TikTok this week, I will be there tomorrow and Wednesday in the afternoon. And of course, if you ever have any comments, questions, concerns, dislikes, likes, leave them in the comments of the video. Or I could start doing a weekly community poll where I touch base with you guys on my off weeks and see how you're doing. I think that'd be a great idea. Because of course, you guys are my friends. You guys are like family. And you're all incredibly so special to me. I love you all with all of my person. And as always, sweet dreams.